Alright, section 6.3 is surface area of cylinders. I put as a reminder the formulas for perimeter, the circumference, I should say, of a circle, and the formula for area. If you need extra practice, here is another circle. Obviously, the diameter 14 feet. Real quick, the answers for area on that circle are 153.86 feet squared, and the circumference is 43.96 feet. If you need extra practice, I would try these out. If you're still troubled, please see me on that. Okay, what we're going to be doing is finding the surface area of a cylinder. Now, a cylinder is just a three-dimensional round, think of like a soup can. You're going to have, obviously, a circle top, the circle bottom, and then obviously the side of this whole can. When you open it up into a net, it's going to look like this. You've got a big rectangle, and you've got a top, and you've got a bottom to that cylinder. The area of the top and the area of the bottom is just pi r squared, the circles that we've been covering. The tricky thing here is doing the area of the sides. It's 2 pi rh. Think of circumference. Obviously, we know what the height is. It's already given when we look at a cylinder. This is actually the circumference of this, because if you wrap this side thing around the circle, that would be the circumference of the circle, will tell us the length of this rectangle. Like I said, the height is already given. If you want a formula, you could write this down, but I'm going to caution you, just like we did with prisms, you're going to want to very carefully and methodically make sure you're getting each figure before you get going here. So let's go one step at a time, and this will make sense. Here's an example how the book shows you to do it with the formula. You can just go ahead and plug in the numbers. Obviously, we have a radius of 4 for a cylinder here. We have a height of 3. They go ahead and they just go about and do that. There's 4 is my radius, 4 is my radius, 3 is my height, and they plug it in, and it spits out. I want to kind of show you, though, step by step, what exactly has been done there. Let's first try to find the area of the circles. Remember, area of a circle is pi r squared. Our radius is 4, so we're going to say pi times 4 squared, and that equals 50.24, but we have to do 2 of them because there are 2 circles, so I'm going to multiply that by 2, and I'm going to get 100.48. So that's the area of these 2 circles. The only thing left then I have to do is find the area of this rectangle. This is where we have to remember that this length right here is the circumference of this circle when you wrap that thing around. So circumference of the circle, if you remember, is 2 pi r. That basically becomes 2 pi times 4, because the radius is 4, so it becomes 8 pi. 8 pi is, real quick, sorry, my calculator, 3 is 25.12. But I then have to multiply by this height, because now 25.12 is this length. Once I know that, I multiply it by 3, and I find the area times 3 gets me 75.36. When I add these two together, they round it a little bit, but that's how I'm going to get to the 175.84. Technically, they rounded to 0.8 there. If you didn't follow all that, let's do it slowly here. This one's interesting because they're asking how much paper is used for the label of a can of peas. We want to know just the lateral surface area. We don't want to know the tops and the bottom of the cylinder. So I'm just looking for this rectangle. I know the height is 2, so I put the 2 down. As it says here, do not include the bases in the formula. I'm not looking for this. I just want to know how much paper goes around the outside. I think this is a good problem to look at because I think it's pretty easy right now. You should know how to find the area of a circle. The area around a cylinder is the tricky part we haven't done much of. So I've got to use this formula. 2 pi, the radius is 1. Now this is basically how I find the circumference of a circle. When I multiply that, 2 times pi is going to be 6.28. Once I do that, all I have to do is multiply by 2 because it becomes a basic rectangle. The area of a rectangle is length times width, 2 times 6.28, and that gets me an area of 12.56. And in this case, it's going to be inches squared. All right, practice problem. Let's slow down. It's been kind of tricky, all the stuff I've been showing you. Hopefully you're kind of catching on. We'll obviously be doing more of this tomorrow in class. But let's make a net. Here's my net of my cylinder. Okay, I've got a top circle, got a bottom circle down here, and then obviously I've got the sides. So this is a radius of 5. This has a radius of 5. My height is 9. Again, we need to be able to figure out what the width of this is. Okay, here we go. Let me go through this with you. The area of a circle is pi r squared. So 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times pi, sorry I got to type my calculator, is 78.5. That gives me the area of one circle. I need to do a second circle. So I'm going to multiply that by 2 and get 157. That's the area of these two circles together. Now I need to find what the area of this thing is. I know the height is 9. I don't know the width. So I have to find its circumference because the circumference is equal to that length because that's going to wrap around the cylinder. What is the formula for circumference? 2 pi r. The radius is 5. I'm going to multiply that by 2 is 10 times 3.14 is 31.4. I've got to multiply that by 9 because now I've got 31.4 here, and I'm going to multiply that by 9 there to find the area of this box, of this rectangle, pardon me. Once I do that, I get 282, let me erase that, 282.5. I'm going to add that back to my 157, and I'm going to get a total area of 439.6, and this is meters squared. Now, that was a lot that I've showed you here today. This video is probably the longest I've had. I hope you followed along. Please bring questions tomorrow. Let me erase a lot of this garbage. And hopefully, as we practice more of this, this will make much more sense.